Hello, this is Diversity Group 2, and this is our plan for diversity. Our focus is apparel and earned media.
Jocelyn narrating slides 2 through 6. Divercity. Divercity is a magazine company that focuses on diverse feel-good stories located in towns covered by residents who live there. The magazine showcases personal stories, restaurants, music, businesses, and creative art around the area. Divercity also connects people through their diverse apparel line. One of the strengths Divercity offers is that the magazines are free. One of the weaknesses is that we have to figure out ways to increase apparel line for the revenue. Thirdly, one of the ways that we could do that is by advertising the apparel line through the magazine, which would improve the revenue of the apparel line. The biggest threat that the company is facing is that we are still looking for our baseline consumer market where other competitors already have their baseline consumer market. Asbury Park tax rate is at 6.63% as of 2022. There are a lot of laws that protect racial and religion discrimination. Asbury Park inflation is at 26.63. There's a high employment rate though, as of 9.49% increase in 2020, and the employment population is 8,776. The population at Asbury Park is 15,536 with a median age of 36. There is a lot of diversity in Asbury Park, and one of the ways that we can continue to push diversity and get it known is through social media, TikTok, and Twitter. We can also create QR codes around restaurants and businesses we speak to for publications. CVP, 15 to 35-year-old women, men and women who want clothing that they feel represents them and contains important messages. Divercity Magazine clothing line embraces diversity and individualism that actually works in conjunction with a free hyperlocal magazine that embraces diversity, and it represents and spreads the unique local beauty of local towns as well. For the perceptual map, there is a high increase in the high level of inclusion and representation, and a very enjoyable, entertaining to read. Divercity is at the top, followed by Esquire, Vogue, and then Cosmo.
So this is our understanding of diversity living, and we understand that your needs are to increase our media for your apparel, and the problem is that there's not much being talked about for your apparel at the moment, and the deeper problem is that we have not chosen outlets for promotion yet, and we haven't showed people what makes Divercity Magazine and apparel really special and worth their time. And here are our objectives to help you fix those problems. So just a quick run through, we want to determine what are the best outlets in Asbury Park that are really going to get people spreading information about diversity apparel. We also want to create opportunities for people to want to share through those outlets and try to create this chain where people are just sharing cool things that are happening with diversity and their clothes and their magazine. And of course, we want to give people something that they want to really talk about. And our plan will try to highlight what users get out of wearing diversity apparel, such as what people themselves have shared what they feel they would benefit from wearing it, and highlight the importance of diversity's message, and even try to incorporate rewards for people for sharing. So we conducted a survey in Asbury Park and with friends, which is how we segmented your customers. And they're all here on this page. And in the speaker notes, I have mentioned why each segment is important and what they tell you about how you can direct the magazine and apparel. And over here, I have just named the personas of each of those segments. And here's how people perceive the benefits that they get from diversity living. And first, we have what they see themselves getting out of reading a lifestyle magazine on Asbury Park, and then what they feel like they're getting out of wearing a shirt from a company that promotes diversity in Asbury Park.
Essentially, this slide kind of summarizes and gives a better depiction of our day in Asbury as we went around interviewing the populace, figuring out data, and gathering footfall hotspots. So here are a few of our key takeaways. The main thing that we learned personally in Asbury is that the populace of Asbury does tend to tip toward the older side. It makes sense. It is a beach town. I think that's something that needs to be considered when marketing apparel. You aren't marketing as much to children as you are to older people who have already established lives. This also means that they are willing to pay a premium price point if a message that they enjoy is on the t-shirt. So that is the first of the takeaway. Where should diversity be advertised? Where should it be located? We've given a little insight towards social media. Social media is a massive part of the Asbury wave, as you were to say. And then right after that, we also have a competitor analysis. Now, as you can see, I mean, given the data here, diversity would be a lot easier to access, and I think that's kind of the point of it. The other ones that are on this competitor analysis, they tend to have similar, somewhat average audience range, but the prices varied significantly. Ad costs are significantly more expensive because they're all established brands, but that's what makes diversity interesting. It's going to be a localized publication that focuses on the town as opposed to this like massive lifestyle spreads. That's what gives it the niche. That's its wow factor. Its exploration is what works for it.
Our strategy consists of creating an apparel that is appealing and trendy. The diversity logo will be displayed in a much more fun and attractive font, while also using a high quality organic cotton material that's breathable for the t-shirt, which is something that is asked for by Asbury Park residents because they stand for sustainability as per our survey. We would also add different styles of the apparel, such as knitwear, t-shirts, hoodies, crew necks, crew socks, sweatpants, etc. The recommended price of the apparel line, such as, for example, the t-shirt, would be $25 to $35. A place in which we would want to partner with would be the local coffee shop in Asbury Park called Art of the Bean and Leaf. It contains a rating of 4.5 stars, and when surveying a group of Asbury Park residents, it was the most packed location of the town. Therefore, it would give an apparel line much more influence and exposure to a public that is very much in the Asbury Park area. Our budget idea consists of, first, the product. The product description, for example, would be a t-shirt. The t-shirt is a gray Hanes Perfect Tea Tree Blend short sleeve t-shirt with a diversity logo, made with sustainability, sourced with cotton, made on customink.com. The dollar amount would be $19. 50 shirts would made, which will accumulate to a total amount of $950. The promotion in which we would promote the t-shirt would be partnering up with the coffee shop of the Art of the Bean and Leaf in Asbury Park. An estimated amount of $500 for the day to advertise our t-shirt and exposure. The owner would like to receive a percentage of those sales that is yet to be determined. Our budget consists of $5,000. Therefore, we are able to open up this t-shirt to multiple coffee shops and restaurants and other popular venues in Asbury Parks.
Kevin, slide 15. So for metrics, I split it into two categories. The first category being on fundamental metrics, and the second one being on earned media. For fundamental metrics, I put sales, website traffic, ad performance, customer satisfaction, order dispatch rate, SEO performance, customer retention rate, sell-through rate, product lifecycle curve, stock availability and size fragmentation, store capacity and showrooming, and markdowns. Since our group was tasked to be focusing on the earned media, I gave a more in-depth description to each metric. For brand search and visibility, it's any question via search engine that includes your company name, business, or brand. It is also an estimated percentage of clicks your site receives by mentioning your brand. Strategic search visibility is also an estimate of the percentage of clicks your site obtains based on strategic keyword search. Referral web traffic. This is Google's approach of tracking visitors through routes other than direct traffic, search engines, and your social media. Organic web traffic with conversion is any traffic that is gained via search engine that is not paid for. Conversion is data that can be calculated to view percentage of conversions of the website's online traffic. By using this data, you will know which keywords to invest the most time in. In doing so, you'll be able to convert organic traffic into new customers. High-value page traffic. This indicator is important as it identifies which pages are valuable to website visitors. This basically shows what pages users view in order to complete a goal and/or transaction. Key linking domains are sites that link to your site. Essentially, these make it easier for Google users to navigate your site. The benefits of these domains include it offers credibility. Google uses these links as a way to rank your website amongst others. It lowers your bounce rates, and it's an endless source of referral traffic. Social media SOV. This is a way to measure the number of mentions your brand on social media. This is also a great way to measure your market industry depending on how frequently each competitor is talked about.
I'm going to talk about what can go wrong and mitigation of those things. So as you know, we went to the liveliest parts of Asbury, and it gave us a great deal of information for many parts of our plan, including mitigation. People talk about quality. We want to assure that great quality shirts are available. In our research, we sample surveyed people in Asbury and found that one of the most important qualities in a t-shirt that those in Asbury look for is the quality of the shirt itself. A lack of good quality is a risk. To mitigate this, in our plan, we made sure that quality was researched and budgeted effectively and up to standards of those in Asbury. Also, diversity is all about diversity and inclusion. So we want to make sure that the t-shirt design does not skew one way or another. We want all members of the community to feel represented by the t-shirts. So we made sure of this in our design, and everyone a part of Asbury who loves Asbury can get behind the t-shirt that highlights Asbury itself. Also, we want to make sure that people are going to buy the t-shirts. So this is why we suggested pop-up shops and partnerships with highly populated businesses. Our research in Asbury also showed that people would be willing to spend money on shirts that are behind a mission or idea that they really support. Many people in Asbury also said that they were big advocates for diversity, and they would be willing to support a brand that also supports diversity. We also incorporated social media as a part of our plan, and we recognize it as something that's very important. Those who couldn't attend the event or found out about it later can be redirected to buying the t-shirts online by finding social media information and people posting about the event and spreading word of mouth online.